Congratulations on finishing the FDN course. How you feeling about
Thank
that?
you. I'm so excited. It's I thought I'd get it done really fast, and then it turned out that it took me the full year, and I'm really excited to be done, but it was so amazing.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah, it's a very robust course. So, and you're glad you took it, right?
So happy I took it. Yeah, I am. I feel like I've manifested honestly finding this course and everything that it's about because I was just telling the last person that I wrote my exam with is I got into naturopathic school last year in Toronto. And
Oh,
I
wow.
actually ended up turning it down and just putting out there what I really wanted in a certification. And I didn't think this would be possible. And I found this and I'm so excited.
Good, good. I don't think you'll be sorry for that. I'd like to get a little more background on you and find out where did you first hear about us? Give me two or three things that you really wanted to get out of the FDN course that you saw in it.
Yeah, so it actually happened kind of weird. I was on Instagram and there was this girl that I followed and I just loved what she was doing and I looked up her certifications and I found you guys. So an unconventional way to find it, but it worked out perfectly and the perfect timing for me because I don't often look up people's certifications, but it was the one time I did. And then the two things that I loved about the course, do you mean what I like that I get out of it or?
I was just wondering what you thought you would get out of it when, because yeah, what do you think you were going to get out of it? Obviously, I'm going to ask you if you did get that out of it, but just
Yeah,
was wondering, I'd like to know what's making them sign up. Like that's helpful to me.
I really liked that we can run lab testing because I was already doing health coaching and I wanted something more. I wanted to just be able to help people more because I have endometriosis, PCOS, so I've dealt with a lot of health issues and I was actually initially what got me to sign on was the fact that you guys include the testing for us because I love that means the way that you guys run it is learning on ourselves, and that's how I learn. So I liked the way I knew the way you guys teach immediately when you said that you include the labs.
Yeah, that's good. I've always done that from the very beginning, almost from the very beginning. Good.
Yeah, that
That
was
helps.
my push, and it really did. I'm a very healthy person. I've, I live with my aunt who's a naturopath. My mom did traditional Chinese medicine and acupuncture, and I'm a very healthy person, and my labs were quite mind-blowing. They weren't that great. Yeah,
That's
so
common.
yeah, so it was very eye-opening for me to like in what ways to take my health, but then it actually was I look at it beautifully because when I saw that, I was even more interested in learning even deeper in the course. It gave me just more reasoning behind my learning, and I've always been that kind of learner where it has to apply to me or it's really hard for me to pay attention and grasp. Yeah, so I'm really excited to have this.
Yeah, that's great. You said you were a health coach. Did you have any other background that's helpful, like college
Um,
degree or anything?
yeah, I took a Bachelor of Science in kinesiology, and then I've been working with a functional medicine doctor as well as my aunt who's a naturopath. I've worked under them and coaching with them, so I was trained by them very well. But I really wanted another credential, and I honestly, it's funny because the interview to naturopathic school was a lot of what de deterred me. I just knew that their values were a little bit different than mine when they were asked based on what questions they were asking me. And the call for FDN was what obviously pushed me into this program because I knew that the values were much more aligned, and that's really important to me.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear it. You said you're in Toronto?
I'm just right outside of Niagara Falls in Canada. I don't want to be here forever, but I was in Florida for 6 months while I was studying, and I'd love to move down there. And that was another reason because I can't practice naturopathy down there. They don't, it's not regulated there.
Yeah, it's different for sure. Funny, I was born in Toronto,
Oh, no
and
way.
Yeah, I thought you might have heard that in the course somewhere. Thought I let that out. But yeah, now I live in Florida.
No way. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. I don't remember hearing that at all, but wow, what
Ah,
a
funny. Yeah, I
good
moved to
story.
the States. I moved when I was a kid, and I lived in California for 40 years. But now I'm in Florida. It's really hot here in the summer, let me tell you, but it's all good. So let me ask you this too. Do you think we delivered on your expectations, what you thought you'd get out of it, the lab work on yourself and the
Absolutely.
robustness?
Absolutely. Yeah. I just going from the beginning to the end, I love that the course is at your own timing because I signed up for another course previously and I started doing it and I had to come out of it because I have other things in life that I'm like trying to do this with. And I knew that when I needed a course, like it was going to have to be something I could do on my own time. In addition, with my health problems, there's 1 week of the month where like I can't study at all. The fact that this was like moldable to me was so important. And it's just made me learn that much better. Like I feel like I've actually retained all the information because I learned when I could, whereas let's just say in university when I couldn't do that, there was a lot. I look back and there's maybe chapters I don't remember of certain things just because it wasn't tailored to me and my learning style.
Yeah,
This was exactly my learning style. This was beyond.
that's really good to hear. I'm glad for you. Some people can't handle the discipline of a self-paced course. They need someone
Mhm.
cracking the whip. They're actually dearly, I need to show up for classes or I won't show up.
Yeah, yeah, that's
But so
true. I
you have it. I think it's much better to be what you said.
Yeah. And then the other thing too is I think because of the PCOS, you can have like blood sugar dysregulations and ADHD tendencies. So for me, I learn best when I'm on a treadmill walking, and I was able to do that. And I had my iPad up, I was on the treadmill walking, and it was incredible. And then I didn't feel like I had to actually watch the course multiple times. I feel like it's engraved into me now. I really do. And then even going to the exams, I think the biggest part was the exams took a lot longer than I thought, which was fine. I was moving back home in the process, so it was a little bit busy, but they were like I was just telling my uncle upstairs, the way that you guys do the exams is so amazing, and I've never had this in my life where it's also practical. I love that because I just feel like in university and in school, they try and trick you. They don't want you to get 100%. They don't want you to get perfect. And it's very obvious. I felt so confident in myself after the first exam, knowing that you guys aren't like trying to trick me. It's really just apply what you know. And when my confidence went up, it made me that much better. It made me not doubt myself. So I really love the way you guys run the exams too.
Yeah, we don't want you doubting yourself.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
That would be counterproductive, right? We want you out there feeling good about it. Speaking of
Exactly.
which, what's your prospects now that you graduated? If it was a perfect world, what would you give me some ways you'll be using your new skills?
Yes. So part of me wanted this to be able to help family as well as myself. Like I want to be in control of my own health. I don't want to put it on anyone else. So that was my biggest driver. So
Yeah.
with whatever it is I do, I wanted to have that for myself. Now, this week I have a lot of things coming at me with my direction. My boyfriend's mother owns a supplement company. He's
Oh,
now
wow.
taking it over, and he's taking the business side of things. I'm taking the science side of things. So I'm going to be going to practices, getting it out there and everything. Now I have that, but then I do want to practice FDN because I know how valuable it is to people. I think it might be a little more challenging here than in the States because people here tend to wait until they're sick because healthcare's free here. So
So they, yeah.
Yeah, there's a little bit of, and I want to be able to practice in the States. I have to figure out a visa because we want to move to Florida. And I like, that's for sure down the line. And I meeting people there last year, so many people were like, "Oh, when you get your certification, I want you to run the tests for me." So I'm figuring out the logistics behind it. Maybe the supplement company one day gets us there or what. I'm not sure yet. But I will be practicing both. I think my focus for FDN, the next step, I'm really grateful that you guys give that extra credit for an extra learning experience because I think I'm going to do the mitochondria because I feel like that's a huge factor to tie into like weight loss and everything. And I think that's a big thing that people want.
Yeah,
And yeah.
it's good. It's a really good course. Anything taught by Lori Rose, that's Dr. Lori Rose, and all of her classes, the advanced courses are really good. And you got one included with your enrollment, right?
Yes, exactly. Or this
Great.
one. Yeah. Yeah. And
Good.
then the other, I think now the new course I have access to also has the Dutch test in it, which is pretty cool.
That might be the advanced hormones.
They said that the access that I'm getting switched over to has a little like an extra lesson on the Dutch test or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me know how it works out. Make sure it's
Yeah.
what you want. That's a good course too. It's by someone who took FDN a long time ago and was really brilliant, and
Awesome.
you'll enjoy
Awesome.
that one. Yeah, and there's a lot more about supplements in that one. But let us know. Make sure you're happy, okay? Because we
Oh, thank
want
you.
you to be happy. Yeah, make
Yeah, of
sure it's
course.
exactly what you wanted. I just have another question, and then
Mhm.
you could ask me any questions. Before what kind of have you thought about the business pricing and packaging and things like that? Because we can help you with that if you need help.
Yeah, I have because we needed to do it for I think a part of an exam. I had it prepared, but yeah, I think I'm in the process of I've made a website, but now I need to incorporate FDN. And I am a little bit overwhelmed with it because I wonder sometimes if anyone needs an extra test, how to package that with a review, if they want like a heavy metal test or something additionally. And then, yeah, there's just some things I was like, I don't know how I'm going to incorporate it yet, but just figuring out what people will pay and what kind of way to go with my marketing of it. Because I don't want to go too much into weight loss anymore because I'm not that person that's doing, let's just say, reverse dieting and cutting and bulking and all that stuff. So I'm more like when you support your health, your weight comes off.
Yeah,
Um,
it depends on the person, but yeah,
yeah.
hopefully.
Yeah, I'm obvious. Yeah. And then when you hit all the pillars, if it's not coming off, then you go into, okay, let's learn how to maybe add some calorie counting or something. But yeah, I'm figuring out how I want to structure it, but and then gonna feel out what people will pay here because I think it's a little more of a scarcity mindset here than in the States.
Probably. And at the same time, we deal with it too every day. There's a scarcity mindset. The most important thing you could do for those people is don't have one yourself.
Yes.
And really talk about your own. Listen, you've poured a lot of money into your own health, Marina, and it's worth every penny of it or
It
more.
is.
You can't be happy, successful, you can't move forward in life if your health is always dragging you down. And so it's the best investment. You have for people the best investment they can make. There's lots of people out there, obviously, very aggressively selling stocks and bonds and gold and silver and crap, cryptocurrency and all this stuff. There's nothing you could invest in more important than your health. And just
Absolutely.
remember that when you're talking to them, and some might have that scarcity mentality. Just don't get dragged down into it. You've invested in your health, you invested in a course, you invested in being able to help others, and so just don't let them drag you down, and go on to the next person. Set your own prices and stick to them. No one else can tell you what to charge. Nobody, the public, no one person. I just moved into a house a couple of months ago here in Florida from California, and I have to have workmen, plumbers, and electricians, and I can't tell them what to charge.
Yeah, you're right.
And let
Sometimes they
me
tell
tell
you at the
you,
end too.
they come by and they give free estimates. And my wife on the draperies, I still haven't done any, but we got three prices on draperies. Why? Because they all sound too much for it.
Yeah,
But I'm going to pay whatever it takes eventually. That's not as important as our health. We spend more
yeah,
on our health. So
totally.
you just don't let anyone tell you what to charge. Was my point.
That's
It's
some great
solely
advice.
your yeah, and it's because you need to look. You want to move to Florida. That's going to cost you something, et cetera, et cetera. I bet
Totally.
you've got some thoughts about that. We have a support program for you at AFDNP, the
Hmm.
Association of FDN Professionals. Believe it or not, there's a lot of Canadians in there, and you can network with them. And I don't think that they're letting the market dictate very much to
Yeah,
them. That kind of rebels. We're all kind of rebels in a way.
yeah,
So,
it's
so my
awesome.
last question, sorry. Yeah, before you can ask me anything you want. We'll get into
Hmm.
that in a second. Did you have anything about the course that I can improve that you think would make it a better course? What is there something you wish it had that it didn't? Because we're constantly revising. And I found the best people to ask is the people who took it. And just,
Hmm.
nothing hurts my feelings unless you say my jokes are bad.
Honestly, no, not nothing that stands out that for my learning style, it was incredible. I don't think there's anything that I would change. I think you guys said that you were updating some of the slides, which is pretty cool. Like I think, or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, we are. Yeah, the labs have changed a little bit. We're working on module two because of that. We're working a
Hmm.
lot on modules eight and nine because of the
Yeah.
diet and metabolic typing. And we've got about half of the supplement updates done. We're still working on. That's an ongoing process. Sometimes it
Yeah.
takes longer than you want, but you'll have access to those updates.
Amazing. Yeah.
Yeah. So if your recommendation is to keep the course updated,
Yeah.
we'll do.
Yeah, that's it. Just I'm definitely a continuous learner and I think health is constantly like evolving everything and so it's important to stay on top of it, but you guys are doing that, so it's all good.
Yeah, you'll enjoy some of the newer stuff when it comes
Yeah.
out, and you'll hopefully you like that you can go back and access the newest stuff, and because you already, what I say is I appreciate you being here, that you finished the course.
Hmm.
You allowed me to deliver the whole
Hmm.
product. People that we have about 20% that don't really ever finish, and
Wow.
they're just I don't know if they're lazy or they just can't handle it or their life gets in the way or something like that. But so we have a very strong completion record. And I thank you for being in that group. And yeah, any questions for me?
Yes, but before, I just want to say I think that some people don't fit like there might be a small percentage of people that don't finish out of fear. Like it's just they don't believe in themselves because I feel like that's the only thing I was confronted with is, oh my gosh, I have 7, 8 exams. Can I even do this? And it's almost like a full shutdown. And even when I got on those exams, as comfortable as I was, sometimes my confidence goes, no, you can't do this. So, and I shut down, my brain just shuts down. So I'm very grateful to have gotten past that. But I think that there's maybe some people that just can't get past their own confidence levels.
Yeah, that's hard to believe about you, but I'm sure that there are people who they're reticent to take on the challenge, and probably been beat down before, like it hasn't worked out before, and they think this is going to be the
Yeah.
same. And that's a hard thing to get people over, but we're trying constantly through the support groups and different things. Elizabeth does it, the what
Yeah.
does she call it?
Yeah.
The top topics and
Yes.
things. try to get people over that hump. I'm there every Friday, and I have been for 17 years. Every Friday I go online and I say, hey, how can I help you? What do we need to do to keep you moving and get you going and stuff? So we're there. I'm available. But thanks for that
Yeah.
point. You know,
Of course. And I also, actually, one other thing I have to say, I have to credit you guys on in the course, because me and my aunt talk about it all the time, is the importance of the liver. I was so happy to see it in the course and the way that you got, there were so many things, but one is the importance of the liver because some naturopaths don't even know that or don't even harp on that. And it is so important for the whole body. And my aunt, there are certain check marks. She's okay, just make sure like you never forget this. And it's make sure you never forget like supporting the liver and the importance of the liver and all this stuff. And I was just happy to see that. I was happy to see that you guys harp on the pillars of health before you move on to maybe like load like supplements before you can't even get your sleep right or diet or movement or whatever. And it was a really well done like course. It was very well done.
thank you. Uh, Still working on it, but thanks.
No, of course.
Yeah, really, I developed FDN over a 10-year period in an office, and all I cared about was the people coming in the office.
Yeah,
I never thought I'd be teaching. I never thought would be all over the place like it is. I just thought I need to do right by our clients. And
yeah,
it was all developed around that. Like all the people that I saw face to face on a daily basis, I wanted them to understand and to teach them. And I was putting it in order and everything like that. Putting the class together helped me fine tune it. But I was
yeah.
already doing all these things for individuals. And then the fact that I got to teach it was just cool.
Yeah, I think that's my one question because I think so I run a mindfulness business too for youth and I think the one big question I have for you because you've just taken this so big is how did you handle all of the it's a huge business. How did you
Hmm.
handle putting, because your passion is health and helping people, but then you have the whole other side and business side, and there's the MDP program, and then there's the students you have to take care of, then there's the finances, then there's everything.
I'm a good organizer. I have to tell you, I'm very pretty well organized and experienced too. I remember I was in my 40s before I even ran my first lab, and I spent 10 years in the office really getting to know the lab work and the people and the protocols. And so I really knew my stuff before taught my first class. And then business I was in before that. So I've owned my own businesses for 50 years. And so
Wow.
I ran a bigger business than this when I was in environmental law, recycling and stuff. And so I just keep it organized. But as importantly as that is getting the right people in the seats on the bus, having good
Yeah,
staff. It's not it even now we're trying to grow and expand and it's not what to do. I know what to do. It's
yeah,
who's going to
yeah,
do it and where nobody gets burnt out because I
yeah.
don't like so I give my team a lot of room to grow,
It's
which
amazing.
means you have to try to get people who are mission driven
Yeah,
and really want to do good. And they're all FDNs. They're all FDN. They all know
yeah,
the mission.
yeah, absolutely.
So
That's
it's
amazing.
yeah, it's I get up every day and try to accomplish what I have to and sit, go to bed, get a good night's sleep, and don't worry too much about anything.
That's amazing. Good for you. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
I do worry. I do get concerned, but I am very positive. I know we're on a good mission, and I know things are going to work out. Somehow we just keep coming out smelling pretty good.
Yeah, of course. You guys are like, this is a one of a kind thing. So I
Yeah.
think the only
Well,
thing
we're always
stopping
looking.
people is them
Yeah.
not knowing. That's the only thing. Because I've never really seen like an ad either. I see now on my social media like FDNs because that's what I follow. but it was just by fluke that I found you guys. Thank God.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I thank God every day for the opportunities that were given to me, and so I try to give it to other people.
you do. I like you've changed the world, obviously, now. It's like
Working on
amazing.
it. Okay. Any other questions right now? Because I want you to know I have an open door policy. You can always get in
Mm.
touch. I'm trying my best to stay available to everybody.
Oh, I appreciate that so much. No, that's what's gonna keep this whole thing running so smoothly is honestly the support that we've gotten because it's so not available. Even when I went to university, it's like you can't get a hold of anyone for anything. So I feel so supported and I'm so grateful.
Yeah, good. I'm going to actually click the button here that says you're done. Let me just do
Oh,
this.
awesome. Yep. One.
And this one went through. So guess
Yeah.
what? Yeah, now congratulations. You'll
Thank
get
you.
an email, Marina. You'll get an email that says where to get your certificate and join the AFDNP and other stuff that's
Awesome.
important. And so you join the AFDNP. I think you should for a number of reasons. The ongoing support, the peer support, being able to talk to the other FDNs. It's easier if you're a member. And
Mhm.
but it's always an open door to feedback and what else can we do and what can we do as a tribe of people together? Like we try to have meetups and different things,
Yeah,
just
perfect. Amazing. That's
yeah.
awesome.
Let me know when you're in Florida. Whereabouts are you thinking about going?
So last year we were in St. Petersburg and I would love to go back there. So yeah, we really liked it there, but we'll see where we end up. I'll definitely let you know. Where are you about?
Yeah, I'm on the Gulf Coast. We're on that
Oh,
same
awesome.
side. Yeah,
Cool.
I'm down in Venice,
Oh,
which is
awesome.
the other side of Sarasota. So
Yeah.
there's St. Petersburg, Tampa, Clearwater. That's just north of us. So we're
Yes.
south a little bit more towards
Awesome.
Fort Worth. But yeah, no, it's really beautiful. I'm learning some boating skills and things.
Oh,
Although
nice.
I grew up on the Great Lakes,
Yeah.
sailing. But yeah, my uncle was the commodore of a yacht club in Burlington
Oh, no
on
way.
Burlington Bay, Lake Ontario for
Yeah.
20 years or something. Yeah. And I lived on Lake Erie for 20 years and sailed
No
there,
way.
but ocean's a little different.
Yeah. So you're
The
just
fish are a lot
relearning.
bigger.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man.
Oh man, they're so big. It's just unbelievable the fish. And then around here we got these manatees. You know what a manatee is?
Yes, I went kayaking and they actually were coming right up to the kayak, like we could touch
Yeah,
them.
they're pretty frightening. They're like huge,
They're
you know?
huge, yes, but they're very
They're like,
friendly.
yeah, they're like Florida's walrus. They're
Yes.
just these big mammals that got little dog faces.
I
Yeah.
wasn't touching
It-
them, but we all went and they were like, there were like so many swarming coming under the kayaks. Crazy.
yeah. Good on you. Yeah. Look forward to seeing you sometime and stay in touch and congrats again. And always looking for feedback. And if you ever see one of our job openings posted and it's interesting, we're a good company to work for too, trying to
Oh,
grow and
yeah.
expand. I mean, you have a lot going on with your husband or your boyfriend, you said is starting a supplement company. That's a lot of work.
Yeah, yeah, it's a great supplement though. It's been out for 15 years, but his mom only had it in her practice and never took it beyond that. And we were like, what are you doing? It's amazing. So he's taken it on, bringing it online, and we're gonna go
Yeah.
for it. And I'm pretty well versed because I was tra since I was 10 years old working in my mom and aunt's clinic. So I like my supplements and
Fantastic.
yeah.
Good job. We'll see you again. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Take care.
Thank you so much. Nice seeing
Congrats.
you. Bye.